Good morning. Got coming. It's been 2 days since my last test. Yesterday was. It's a long day. My wife and I both work. Our son gets babysat either by my mom or somebody else. So yeah, and then it's Walking Dead night. So we don't do anything else on Sundays usually except we bring my son to my mom's or bring the babysitter over here, go to work, come back, and either pick up my son or just bring the babysitter home. And then go to my neighbor's house for the show. So yeah, that's my absence from filming for a couple of days. Although that Cornish naga, I think I might have needed to take a break from that. It was pretty rough. Though it was pretty easy on my digestive system after that little stomach ache. Today we're going to be trying this, a white Bhut. If I don't drop it. Sent to me by Mike. And I'm going to have all the ones that other people send me. I try to put a link to their YouTube username channel. So, yeah, thanks Mike. This is a nice specimen. Still very firm, holding up well. Looks exactly like the white Bhuts I grew this year. Very true to form. Not nearly as bumpy as their traditional red counterparts. I have seen some strains of the white Bhut that are more traditional looking, but I don't know how stable they are yet, if it's a natural variant. So, crown is off, and we're gonna, I'm not sure, depending on how it looks inside here, I might do the whole pod or I might just do a half. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so there's going to be a break here. Here's the before shot. Okay, so I just edited about 2 minutes out of this, carving all the seeds out. Here's the after shot. It's got a fair amount of placental tissue and capsaicin in it, but it's not greasy looking. Part of the veins look yellow. It's kind of harder to see because it's an ivory colored pepper, but I think I'm going to do this whole pod. Here we go. White Bhut Jolokia. Very tangy and sweet. Taste-wise, it's just like, whew. Ooh, I'm getting hot flashes here. God, I took the time to chew it up a little bit more. Oh. Alright. Whole inside of the mouth is just, but it's not super painful. It's starting to hit the throat fast. It's building in the throat. I can feel it. Kind of in the general vicinity of a traditional habanero, closer to that flavor than to the regular red and peach Bhuts and whatnot. Nowhere near as succulent textured flesh as far as the really almost aerated texture that Bhuts and scorpions tend to have. That really super thin, papery almost, or plasticky sound to them. This is texture wise more like a traditional habanero, really juicy, but it's fairly thin still. Almost a watermelon-like hint to the flavor. Really nice, bright, fruity flavor. I like that. This would be good if I could grow this out again and have enough pods to have just a powder of that. That seemed like it would be really nice addition to tons of different dishes. Or even just one of those in a hot salsa recipe. Just give it that extra kick and really nice flavor. It's really building in the mouth now. Whole top of the tongue, there's like this huge tidal wave of heat just coming from the throat up over, wrapping underneath the tongue. and splashing up on the roof of my mouth as it does it. So it's just pretty all-encompassing. Sides of the tongue are going at a good level. Oh, as you just saw, drooling up a storm here. Yeah, that's a really, really good one. I liked that. Of course, the higher capsaicin of habanero and above for the super hots and whatnot does always have a bitterish tinge to it, just because the capsaicin itself isn't kind of a bitter tasting chemical in and of itself. So once it reaches a certain point of saturation in the pepper, it cuts into the flavor profile. But again, the essential flavors of this pepper are amazing. Really, really nice, bright, fruity, a little bit different character than a traditional orange habanero, which I ascribe as having a musky, really rich fruit flavor, but kind of a little bit more along the lines of not fermenting fruit, but fruit that's getting overripe. But this one is more like just a bright, sunny, fruity. And I can still actually, it's not so hot that that the flavor is diminishing. So these ones, I would put these right around habanero heat level. They're not completely ridiculous. I mean, it's pretty damn hot. Throat is, it's just gotten to the point now where the waves come. But now that it's totally even coated on the whole inside of my mouth and throat, down in here, I don't have a heavy knot of warmth just right here. It's pretty even all the way up. And then there's the prickles in the throat coming up into the mouth, sides of the tongue, top of the tongue, underneath the tongue, the gums, roof of my mouth, even my lips have a little glow, but they're all fairly consistent. And it's just really nice, even burn with this one. And the flavor was just amazing, just rocking. One of my new favorites, definitely. And I look forward to growing these again. If my plant hadn't been so infested with aphids, I probably would have overwintered it. But whenever I film my new pepper video, you guys will see I really cut back on what I was overwintering because the aphids on some of the plants were so bad I didn't want to compromise. They're on to some extent on all the plants, but in any case, yeah. So, still getting the hints of the flavor of the watermelon-like. I can, it's almost like a grapefruit-like hint too, actually. Perhaps that's what people pick up when they say citrusy, and I just haven't been able to detect it before. Yeah, it is almost like a grapefruit-like hint as well, so watermelon and grapefruit notes adding in there. It's not really perfumey. It's very fruity and effervescent, but just sinus drainage, a bit of sweat on my brow. Woo! Didn't realize I was sweating so much. A really even burn. It's starting to chill out now to a nice even level. Good afterglow here. So yeah, White Bhut Jolokia. One of my new favorites. Highly recommend this one, folks. And yeah, still sitting pretty. So, but we're coming up on 9 minutes or so here. So I'm gonna cut this one off. Thanks for watching, and thanks Mike again for sending me those. And that's two from him that are among my, or no, three. Sorry, yeah, the Turbo Pube, the Peppadew, and this now that are. Amazing flavor, texture, burn, just awesome, and are definitely among my new favorites. So, take it easy everybody. I will see you again soon.